President Biden digging in and driving on after huddling with family members who encouraged him to stay in the race, according to multiple sources familiar with the conversations during a pre-planned weekend at Camp David. NBC News has learned his campaign manager sought to reassure key donors Sunday, emphasizing the president will not step aside and explaining the logistical difficulties in replacing him on the ticket, per two participants on the call. All after a damaging debate performance Thursday night deeply rattled members of his own party, some Democrats acknowledging the ongoing discussion.
There are very honest and serious and rigorous conversations taking place at every level of our party. We're having a serious conversation about what to do.
The editorial boards of both the New York Times and the Atlanta Journal-Constitution are urging the president to step aside, even as his allies publicly rally around him, like former Presidents Obama and Clinton.
Do you think President Biden should drop out of this race, Senator?
Oh, absolutely not.
I think it was a weak debate performance by President Biden, but I think side by side, Donald Trump had a horrifying debate performance where, yes, he spoke plainly, but what he said was lie after lie after lie.
His campaign points to more than $30 million raised since Thursday as a sign of grassroots support. But a new poll conducted in the days after the debate shows 72% of voters think President Biden does not have the cognitive health to serve as president, up 7% since early June.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about the Biden crime family that has now come under a microscope because the liberal media and Democrats are pointing the finger at them in regards to the reason why Joe Biden refuses to step down. There's a full-blown Democrat Party civil war against Joe Biden. They are revolting to try to get him out of office because they do not think that he can beat Trump. However, Biden's closest and top advisor, Hunter Biden, his son, who is a crackhead, right? He is telling Joe Biden, no, Dad, stay in the race, okay? You're the only one that can beat Trump, okay? You're the man, okay? You totally got this, okay? You're the sharpest that you've ever been, okay? This is apparently what Hunter Biden is saying behind closed doors, as, again, there's speculation that Jill Biden, Hunter Biden, the Biden family is actually running the country, not Biden himself.
But the family itself is saying, you know what, Grandpa, go for it, because you're the only one who can beat Joe Biden and beat Donald Trump. And one of his staunchest allies who said, don't give up, Dad, is Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden is now an advisor to the president. Of course, President Joe Biden has said that he's the smartest person that he knows. They're now blaming advisors. Politico had this headline: Biden's family privately criticizes top advisors and pushes for their ouster at Camp David meeting. It's very interesting. They went on to say the blame was cast widely on staffers, including Anita Dunn, the senior advisor who frequently has the president's ear, her husband, Bob Bauer, the president's attorney who played Trump in rehearsals at Camp David, and Ron Klain, the former chief of staff who ran point on the debate prep in previous cycle sessions. So they were back at Camp David, the place the president spent a week preparing with these 16 advisors. And Lawrence, they're now trying to blame the performance on them rather than maybe on the president in the way that he did.
How insane is this family?
Yeah, so you see that, you hear that, okay? Crackhead Hunter is apparently in charge, okay? The same guy who allegedly left the coke in the White House, we really don't know, okay? We haven't found out yet. For some reason, they could not identify who that baggie belonged to. For obvious reasons, we know why they can't identify, because they don't want to identify. They don't want to find the person that had it, because they all know who had it, right? But yeah, that guy apparently is running things behind closed doors, right? He's determining whether or not the president of the United States should drop out. Now, this is infuriating some people who want Joe Biden to drop out. Like, for example, Cenk Uyger from the Young Turks. He's going to lose it over the fact that Hunter Biden is apparently Biden's top advisor that is keeping him from dropping out. Take a look.
So according to the New York Times last report from the Camp David family meeting, now they're trying to shift away from Jill Biden because they realize, oh my God, people are finding out that Jill Biden is in charge. That's bad. That's bad. Oh, you stop that reporting, okay? So they said, well, the advisors are a huge problem, but don't worry. Cenk's not listening. I mean, Cenk. I just saw Cenk there. That's why I said it. Biden's not listening to them. So who's he listening to? And wait, if it's not Jill and it's not the advisors, who is it? They're now reporting Hunter Biden is in charge. Oh my God. Oh my God. So is he in charge of the White House? No, of course not. Is he in charge of the government? Of course not. No. But New York, it's not me, New York Times saying the primary person that Joe Biden is listening to about this monumental decision that is going to affect the whole country, that is going to affect all of us, is Hunter freaking Biden. The Ukrainian gas expert is deciding whether we're going to have a senile man as the candidate. The guy, look, I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it. He was on crack 2 minutes ago. He's now currently theoretically a modern artist. The modern artist is going to decide the fate of this country. I defended the Hunter Biden, Joe Biden connection. I didn't defend Hunter Biden. He's an obvious con man, right? But I said he's not connected to Joe Biden, so why are the Republicans riding him, right? But apparently Hunter Biden is making the decisions, monumental decisions. And think about it. What does Hunter Biden want? He doesn't care goddamn about his dad. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know, and I don't care. But I do know that Hunter Biden now has a giant interest in his dad staying in power. Because of legal issues, because of financial issues, Hunter Biden makes way more money when Joe Biden is in power. I don't think he tells Joe Biden what to do on policy. I've never seen any reporting about that. I've never seen any evidence of that. I don't think that Joe Biden is involved in any of his scams. But now we've got a giant question mark. If the New York Times is reporting that Hunter Biden is the main guy that Joe Biden is listening to, not political advisors, not the American people, doesn't care about any of that. And he's a stubborn old man who won't listen to anyone other than Joe Biden, who's an egomaniac and wants to stay in power herself, and Hunter Biden, who is who the hell is Hunter Biden? Who is Hunter Biden? What is his expertise? Is theoretically Ukrainian gas and modern art. Why is he involved in the conversation?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's always very fascinating to watch these leftists who deny the so-called conspiracy theories from the right? It's always fascinating to watch them come full circle when they realize that, yes, the conspiracy theories were in fact correct, because we were the people that were sounding the alarm on the influence that Hunter Biden has over his father. I mean, Joe Biden said that Hunter is the smartest man he knows, okay? I mean, Joe Biden is listening to his son. So, again, in this situation, Cenk is acknowledging that, yo, it's kind of crazy to think about Hunter Biden being the one that is telling Joe Biden to stay in the race. Basically saying, you know what? Hey, we're going to try to take down Trump, even though it seems like it's impossible for Joe Biden to win at this point. You're going to stay in anyways, despite all the calls for you to drop out, because I'm running stuff. And also on top of that, Hunter Biden has an interest in his dad staying as president because he wants to get that pardon, right? He don't want to go to prison, right? He does not want to actually go to prison, which again would go against this idea that, well, Joe Biden is going to remain neutral. He's not going to step in. Of course, he's going to step in to save his son. Everybody knows that's going to happen. And again, I don't blame Hunter Biden for trying to exercise influence over his father in order to save himself, because that's what Hunter Biden has been doing for the longest time. And if Joe Biden is listening to Hunter Biden right now, why would you believe that Joe Biden wasn't listening to Hunter when it came to these business deals, right? When Hunter Biden was coordinating phone calls and meetings with his father, why would you believe that Joe wasn't aware or that Joe wasn't involved when it is clear as day that Hunter is Joe Biden's handler, right? In regards to enhancing the wealth of the family and making major family decisions, right? I mean, Hunter talked about this in text messages from the laptop about how instrumental that he is in the Biden crime family. So again, I don't know why Cenk is surprised that Hunter's calling the shots. Hunter has been controlling Joe Biden for the longest time now. But now all of a sudden, oh, I'm shocked that Hunter is calling the shots and that Joe Biden listens to him. Well, again, Joe Biden said that Hunter is the smartest person he knows. Well, why did he say that? Well, it's because Hunter Biden apparently is one of the masterminds behind the Biden crime family influence peddling operation, okay? Which Joe Biden participated in. Again, Cenk denied the connection. He was like, I don't think that Joe Biden's involved. There's no evidence that Joe Biden's involved. No, the evidence is all over the place, sir. You just refuse to see it. You refuse to acknowledge it, okay? 10% for the big guy, Tony Bobolinsky, the text messages, all that stuff. Of course, Joe Biden was involved. Joe Biden does everything that his son says, okay? So, I'm not surprised by it. I just find it to be fascinating how the liberal media all of a sudden wants to attack the Biden crime family and scrutinize the Biden crime family but they weren't doing that for actual crimes, right? When it comes to the actual crimes, they tried to cover it up. Now this same family that they tried to cover up for, now they are stabbing the liberal media and the Democrats in the back by convincing Joe Biden to stay in the race, even though, according to them, that is going to give Trump a good chance of winning, that Joe Biden cannot stop Trump, but they don't care. They just want Joe Biden to remain president. Again, we all know why Hunter wants Biden to remain president, right? He has a direct stake in Biden staying in the White House. But yeah, with Jill, I think it's just power and control. Okay, I think that she likes to be the first lady. I think she likes calling the shots. I think she likes running the White House. I think she likes to wheel around Joe Biden and to be his handler while not having to take criticisms for the terrible decisions that have been made by the Biden administration. Yeah, his family seems to be more concerned with power and their own personal interests rather than the interests of the Democrat Party. And you're seeing those things kind of clash here. And I just find all of this to be hilarious because they should have been concerned about the Biden crime family when they were influence peddling and committing actual crimes. Now they want to be concerned about the Biden crime family when the Biden family is in direct opposition to the Democrat Party and their agenda. All of a sudden, now they're concerned about Jill Biden calling the shots or Hunter Biden calling the shots. But again, they weren't concerned when Hunter Biden was wheeling around his dad as vice president in order to get money in exchange for policy making decisions and things like that, in exchange for influence. It's just really funny how things come around and go around with the Democrat Party. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.